You can now define the HTTP headers that should be sent to the target site with each request. This page is a custom page I created to explain the HTTP headers. The page displays the headers included in the request that is made to retrieve the contents of the page. Because I opened the page in a browser, it displays all the request headers added to the request by the browser. Let's go to the site settings I configured to crawl this page. When I open the Visual Inspector, the page displays the HTTP request headers sent via the plugin to the target site. Let's close the Visual Inspector and add a header. The headers setting is under the Main tab. Let me enter a dummy header name and value. Let's refresh the page in the Visual Inspector. As you can see, the dummy header is sent to the target site, even though we haven't yet saved the settings. Let me add another header. Now let's test the site settings in the tester page before saving the settings. As you can see, our headers are not shown because we did not save the settings. Now let's save the settings and test again. We can see the headers. Nice. There can be many headers that the target site requires. Entering them one by one is too much work. Let me show you how we can import all the headers at once. We will use the browser's developer tools. Let's open the developer tools by right-clicking and then hitting the inspect option. Let's go to the network tab. This tab displays the requests and their details. We need to refresh the page so that the developer tools can record the requests. Now let's click to the request at the top. Here under the headers tab, we can see all the headers. Let's select all the request headers and copy them. Let's go to the headers setting and import these headers. Just click the import button, paste the copied headers, and then hit the import button again. There is a cookie header. The cookies are entered to the cookies setting in the plugin. So let's define the cookies under the cookies setting instead. Done. Let's refresh the Visual Inspector to make sure the headers are sent as expected. We can see the headers. Cool. Finally, let's test in the tester page as well. Nice. Please note that you do not have to do this for all the sites. Sometimes a site requires a certain HTTP header to exist in the request. Maybe the target site determines the language of the page via a certain request header. You can use the headers setting in such cases. No need to define the headers unless there is a need.